What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Fixer Upper episode. I hope this video finds you happy and healthy. I'm standing in our unit, we're renovating, and we're on demo day number 3. Now, the last video you saw, which for us was yesterday, we ended it with going to the dump. But after we took our trip to the dump, we got back to this unit and we're like, maybe we'll do a little bit more work. First, I don't know where we got this burst of energy from, but we took advantage of it. And you guys, guess what we did? Let me show you. I'm gonna actually insert some clips here of us demoing the wall. I don't know, I think Josh just kind of started hammering away at the wall last night, wondering like, oh, I wonder if we can take this wall down ourselves. And it came down so easily with the first few like hammer taps. He just kind of like kept going and we ended up opening pretty much the whole wall up last night. Yeah, it probably took us about 2 hours or so to open up the wall. Of course, those beams are still in place that you see, but those will come down. I'm not too sure if we're gonna take those down today or when those will come down. We're still not 100% sure if this wall is load bearing or not. We don't think it is because it looks a little bit rickety for load bearing, but you really can't tell with these old buildings. So we are probably gonna have to do some investigating on that before we actually take down those planks. Probably the hardest part about taking that wall down was the cleanup afterwards, as you're seeing here, because it just wasn't, we didn't really have the right brooms and the right equipment to clean all that up, but we ended up cleaning most of it up. So here we are the next day, it's Saturday morning, and let me show you the wall now. Okay, so this is what it's looking like in the daytime. As you can see, those beams there, or the planks, I don't know what you call them, we need to take those down, but we're just not sure if it's safe. If this is load bearing, then we don't want to take them down ourselves, because what will happen is once we take these down, we need to put a beam up here, a support beam, and we don't have that yet, or the manpower to do it. All right, so as I was saying, Josh and I just got here Saturday morning. We're ready to demo some more things. I forgot to mention though, in the last video, I told you that our goal was to pull out carpet and the sink in the kitchen. So that'll be our goal for today. But we've already run into problems. We just got here this morning into the unit, and one of our tenants told us that they have been struggling with the heat last night. So he said the heater was going on, like running and running continuously last night, and he was getting heated out. And so when we first walked in the unit this morning, we noticed right away that it is burning hot in the building, in the unit. So let me show you real quick. If you guys remember in the first video, I took you on a tour of the unit, you would have remembered that there's a thermostat right here, and it's a really old thermostat from the 70s, and it's actually the only thing that controls the temperature of the whole building, of all 4 units, which is really quite annoying. And we knew it wasn't really working very well. As you can see, the thermostat's gone right now. But when we walked in the unit, actually the thermostat was still intact. We must have done something to disrupt it when we were knocking things off the wall. So we ended up taking the thermostat down, and all that's left now, let me show you here, are the 3 prongs. And so it's a 3-prong thermostat. Apparently that's a good sign. Hopefully we can find a new thermostat pretty easily with a 3-prong wire. So my husband is at the hardware store getting hopefully a new thermostat, one that works. We didn't plan on doing this today, so this is gonna hold us back a little bit on the demo, but I will keep you updated as to what we do with this situation. The other 2 units that we've already renovated, we've installed like individual heaters in each room, so the tenants can control the heat in each room themselves. They're not relying on this central heater. And so we're planning on doing the same thing in this unit. We just haven't gotten there yet, but I don't know what we're gonna do in the meantime with the central heat situation. So we'll see about that. So we weren't planning on addressing the heat situation today. So before we knew that, our goal was, let me see here, to take out, like yesterday I was saying, to take this out, finish demoing that, And then let me take you around. We want to finally rip out the carpet in this back bedroom. And we actually need to do that today because we are wanting to start taking walls down, because as you saw in the first video where I took you on a tour of the unit, we want to totally open up the bathroom, redo this configuration, because we hate the fact that in order to get to that back bedroom, you have to walk through this bathroom. So we're actually gonna be knocking a couple walls down back here so that we create a new entry point into the bathroom, so you're not walking through the bathroom into this bedroom. So we're gonna tackle some of that today, hopefully, if this heater situation doesn't take too long. So this is what everything's looking like now. The other thing we have to do eventually, I'm not sure if we're gonna get it done today, but there's a bunch of nails all on the ceiling here that have to get pulled down. And that is a headache. I believe Josh got a tool, which I'll show you. Hopefully I'll show it to you once I can find it. A tool to help get those nails off the ceiling easier. Okay guys, so welcome to the video. Welcome to demo day 3. All right, you guys, so I'm getting all my gear on, my gloves, my goggles, my respirator, everything you saw in the last video. And Josh is now starting on demoing the wall, or the other part of the wall, and I'm gonna be in the back bedroom pulling up carpet. So what I have here is a really sharp razor knife and like some pliers to try to help me get up the corners of the carpet. This carpet came up super easily. Like, I think it's because this carpet's so old. I probably could have done without wearing goggles and the respirator, but because who knows what's on that carpet, I didn't want anything spraying up at me and me breathing it in. There was like cat pee stains on this carpet and animal stains and just grossness. So yeah, I want to just keep my gear on. But making this long cut here, and again, I was just so surprised how easily it came up right there, and all the corners came up. I didn't really even need to use those pliers. I could have just used my hands because it came up so easily. The hardest part about getting the carpet up though was just carrying it out. So I did it in stages here, in sections. And then of course pulling up this sub carpet. I don't really know what you call this. I guess the cushion part underneath the carpet was disgusting, even more disgusting than the actual carpet. There you go, finished product, no carpet. And then I had to take everything out to the truck for our dump run. And then I proceed back to that bedroom to try to get up these ties that hold the carpet down. If you saw my last video, you saw me pull up baseboards. So this is the same process as pulling up the baseboards. Of course, a horrible task. I hated this task as well as pulling out the baseboards. It's just so tedious. Just go around piece by piece with a hammer and a crowbar, and it's literally backbreaking because you're bending over the whole time. And every 2 to 3 inches of the tie down wood, there are nails. So I was trying to get the nails up too. Go for it. Wow. All right, well, there's the kitchen. The wall is coming down. So very exciting to see this space opening up, knocking down that wall and seeing the kitchen from the back bedroom and then from the bathroom. Very, very exciting. And as you see here, it's super messy. All that lath and plaster coming down. Oh, it was just horrendously, horribly messy, and just dust everywhere. And it was just nails everywhere, and the lath, which is those wooden planks everywhere. The cleanup was the hardest part of this whole demo process, so I'm just kind of showing you how messy it got, and it got even messier. So here I am trying to attempt cleaning up, not getting stabbed by a nail, because there's nails along all those wood pieces, which is the lath. But here, our contractor is checking on us. He's going to be the one taking over for us later on after we do the demo. Okay, so I am now trying to get a lot of this wood into the truck so we can take it to the dump later. And like I said, the hardest part about getting all of this wood, which is the lath part, like I said, of the walls, is not getting stabbed by a nail, because there's nails everywhere all throughout those pieces of wood. And that's why we're trying to sort of like stack them in the trash cans and not on themselves, because someone's gonna get stabbed. So, oh my goodness. So this is, okay, wait, let me flip back. This is where the dresser used to be, correct? And it's all open now. Taking the trim off. There's the closet area. There's the kitchen, right there. Wow. Very nice. Woo! I got loading up the truck full of junk. Ow. Careful. Ow. All right, I gotta load up the truck with junk because we gotta go to the dump very shortly. We're probably gonna have to make 2 dump runs. So. Wait, who? Oh, they're in our unit. So we're at the dump and we've been waiting in line for 30 minutes. I think a lot of people had the same idea as us because it's Saturday. So there's a long line to dump stuff. So we'll see what we get done today. I feel like today's been a lot of hiccups. Yeah. Slow start, heater situation. Still making progress, but now we're stuck in line to dump our stuff. We actually should make a second dump run too later today because we have a lot of trash still, a lot of stuff to get rid of. So we'll see if that happens. But let me kind of show you the line we're in. Looks like we're getting there. We have about 3 or 4 cars ahead of us. That's kind of where the end point is, over there around the corner. But it's kind of funny. What did you say earlier a few minutes ago about waiting in the dump line?
Oh, it's like going to the grocery store and looking at people's carts and trying to figure out who's going to unload the fastest.
That's so true. Like, it looks like he has a bunch of just like wood in his back, whatever that is, trailer.
Cut a tree down or something.
Yeah. And then that guy just has like a mattress. Anyways, it's pretty cool though, the process of the dump. If you've ever been to a dump before, I don't know if all dumps work the same, but they weigh your car beforehand and then you dump your stuff, and then they weigh your car after you dump your stuff. But the net weight of your car is how they charge you. We'll see you back at the house. Wow! So then that's the, oh my gosh.
So this is this is your new linen closet. It opens from this side in the hallway.
Yeah.
And then your sink is going to be right here.
So the bathroom sink is going to be.
We'll start right here.
There. Okay. That's the current bathroom there. So I'll extend it out.
So this bathroom wall will come back to here.
Cool. Oh wow. I'm talking through a respirator, so I hope you guys can still hear me. But here's the progress so far. This is the back bedroom, of course. So by this time, after getting back from the dump, it was about 4:30 in the afternoon, and Josh and I wanted to keep going because after seeing the walls open up like that, it was just so motivating to keep going, and it was really cool to see our progress and all the walls opening up and to see our vision kind of coming to fruition in terms of having that space all open from the kitchen to the back bedroom to the bathroom. So that was just really motivating to keep going. And, you know, Josh was doing all of like the hard labor. I think, in terms of like getting the walls down, and he's stronger than me, so he was able to get all of that plaster down from the wall. And I was fine with just doing the cleanup and getting all of that lath, which is the wood planks, into those trash bins there. And then the plaster, though, for me was the hardest part about the cleanup. The plaster is super, super heavy. It's literally like cement, and to clean it up is just a huge challenge. And it's really, most of it is just really heavy dust all over the floor. So I take a dustpan and I'm just scooping it up. Josh just handed me those big wood planks to take to the truck, but just very labor intensive just to get all of the debris and the plaster up from the ground and put it in those contractor bags. And I couldn't fill the contractor bags totally up because they'd be too heavy to carry out to the truck, so I could only fill them like a fourth of the way. This bathroom wall, Josh had a hard time demoing because it's not plaster, it's actually a newer drywall, but he was able to get it down, and then I did the cleanup. So here I am just trying to do the cleanup. And the respirator really came in handy because there was just dust everywhere. All right, so this is us at the end of the day. This is about 7:30, 7:45 at night, and we are just done. We are dead tired. We have nothing else left to give. As you see, Josh slowly standing up. He is so dead, I'm laughing at him. But we're not quite done yet because we have to put the thermostat on the prongs, as you saw earlier in the video, and we had to make sure that the heater actually did connect to that thermostat. So we had to stand there and make sure the heater actually turned on, that the temperature was right on it, but it all worked out fine, and we just screwed it to that plank there. So it was just a super cheap thermostat that would just work for now until we got an actual one that was better. And then just doing a little bit more cleanup, putting our tools away, packing up for the night because we are so done. All right, so it's the next day and we're back at the unit, and I just wanted to show you guys how far we got from yesterday. We were here until about 7:30 at night, so it was getting really dark and I couldn't really show you guys our progress. So let's walk around real quick. I want to show you what we did. Oh, turn around, Josh. We did not get to pulling this out yet. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow, so for you guys another video. But that shouldn't take very long to pull out. We didn't do too much in here yesterday, and then you guys saw this wall that we took down the other day. But look here, we ended up smashing through this wall a pretty good amount. So we just didn't get as far as we wanted to in tearing down these walls. This is gonna be the new entryway into the bathroom, as you see over there, and also the new entryway into this back bedroom. What we discovered yesterday, though, are these walls are a lot harder and labor intensive to take down. They come down really easily, but it's all the material that falls to the ground, and the cleanup takes a long time. And this like mortar and plaster stuff that's in between all the planks, it's super heavy and like crumbly, and it gets everywhere. It crumbles into dust, into fine dust, and it's super heavy. So we just end up using those black contractor bags that you see in the videos, and we can't even load up the whole bag with the like we can't fill up the whole contractor bag because this material is so heavy. The other problem too that we run into, and you can kind of see it on these things, so there are nails everywhere. See these nails? So the planks that you see in the walls that we tear down, those nails are all embedded in these wood pieces, and so the cleanup is just really tedious. You try not to poke yourself or step on any nails. But I say all that to say that taking down these walls, I think is harder and more labor intensive and time consuming than I anticipated, right? Same with you, yeah. So we come over here, give you a different view. So we made a good headway in getting this wall down, or a lot of the material down. At some point we'll take those beams down. Josh took down all this wall, and this is relatively newer beams here, and so the drywall here was relatively newer, like 30 years old instead of 100 years old. So this was hard for us to take down. And then back here, we made pretty good progress. That's where we were before, is the kitchen. And in there, we made some good progress taking those walls down. So all in all, I think we did really well with our goals yesterday. We got the carpet out, as you saw in the video. So we're gonna allow ourselves one more day of demo. And then after that, we're gonna let our contractor take over the rest of the demo. And then he's gonna help us out a lot with renovating this unit. I'll film it along the way, but Josh and I both have full-time jobs. It's gonna be hard for us to do all the renovations on this unit. He helped us out quite a bit on the 2 units upstairs, but I'll still keep you guys updated and film it along the way as to what he does, as to what we do, but we definitely need our contractor's help from here. We wanted to do most of the demo ourselves to save us money, and I think that we've accomplished a lot of that. So like I said, we have one more demo day, and I'll take you along the ride with us on that. Oh yeah, real quick, Josh will just kind of recap on our layout here.
Okay, so that's the kitchen entry. There will be a hallway that comes off of this 2x4 and connects to this 2x4. This will be the new closet this way. This will come in, you'll come in through here. In this area where you see those 2 vents will be a coat closet and then potentially a linen closet here. The bathroom, because you have to have a certain amount of setback between your toilet and your vanity, and we want a larger vanity, the bathroom is actually going to go in, or is going to be extended to this 2x4 here. So we're going to get an extra 14 inches there. This wall here will be the new entry to the bathroom. And it, unfortunately, because of the size of door we need here, this wall can't be moved back. So we'll have to get the architect back in here to look at how we're gonna do that. We may have to change this up a little bit to make it work, but we'll see. So that's the plan as of now. There's sort of a bunch of crisscross chopped out 2x4s in here. I can't tell what's structural and what's not. The width of the building is such that I feel like there has to be something carrying the weight in the center, but I can't tell because of the drop down ceilings. So I think the engineer is gonna have to come back in here and look, because the ceiling that you see there is not the actual ceiling. If you look up into this area here, the ceiling goes much higher, and so it's kind of difficult to tell what's load bearing, what's not. The lack of any doubled or tripled up 2x4s makes me think that the load's carried on the exterior wall, but I don't know. This new 2x4ing on the bathroom wall here makes me feel better, because this tells me that this was an addition after the building was built, and so it's probably not load bearing, which is a good thing, because we can do without moving anything on this side if we have to, but we have to have this pass through, otherwise the whole thing doesn't work. So that's about it.
All right, so that's it for now. I will see you guys in the next Fixer Upper video for our last demo day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for going on this journey with us. And subscribe if you haven't already to see more future videos from me. I upload 1 to 2 a week depending on my work schedule. I'm an ICU nurse, for those of you who don't know, and COVID's out of control, so there's lots of opportunities for overtime. And let's see, share this with a friend if you want to. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below about your renovations or whatever questions you have for me. And I will see you next time, and always remember to be kind to yourself.